wanted to make a video because I just made a video that I wasn't sure what I was going to do. It's a go day. I have to make decisions about my various challenges that I've got going right now. So it's go day. Today has gotten infinitely easier because my mother said I can use her car. Yay! Jazz hands. So that's one thing. I have been walking commute, and like my family has been out for days at a time, and so I've not been able to borrow a car or get a ride. So walking across town. I've been doing it. I did actually end up canceling an event on the weekend. Nobody had RSVP'd for something cute that I had thrown together for the community, and it was like a 7 miles walk to maybe have no one show, which has been it has been a thing. And it's been a thing in the past where people don't come to events if they don't RSVP. No one comes, and then they are open to the public at the library, and so because that's where I have a lot of events at the library, so they could have come, and so but I ended up canceling that event just because walking that far for no one to show was not, and I had to pick up hot glue on the way, and so it was a matter of walking. I would have to walk to a store. I'd have to hope that they had hot glue at Walmart because that was the closest place, unless I wanted to walk all the way across town, because I absolutely know that they have it at Menards, but I didn't have the Wi-Fi or the internet for a while. I did find out that they did have it at Walmart, so I could have stopped, and that would have just been a couple miles out of the way probably, to walk to Walmart and then walk to the event. And so, but I decided it was just going to be easier just to like not walking like all of that way for no one to come, and then spend $8, $8 on glue sticks also, that with the current financial game that's going. So was like, I don't want to spend that money for glue sticks if no one's coming. I don't want to walk 7+ miles if no one's going to show up. And so it's been complicated. I've been walking to work. I walked to work yesterday, and luckily I did get a ride home last night, but I have been walking to work, and last week, you can get into your flow, and I had my audiobook that I downloaded when I was at work, so that way it was on my phone, so I didn't need Wi-Fi or data, luckily. So I had that without the data connection, which makes the walking much more enjoyable. It's still like 2 hours worth of walking just to get to where you're going. And so it can get, and I don't like to do it. It's getting colder and it's dark now. So it's just because it's getting dark by like 5:30, and so I get done with my shift at 5 o'clock, and I'm supposed to, but we've been getting done with our work earlier, and you can stay and supplement those hours, but I've not wanted to stay till 5, and so I've been cutting the paycheck, and it's not needed for me to stay, but because I don't want to walk in the dark, and it's cold, and after walking to work 6 miles, it's just like, it gets to be a lot. And then, so I knew that I was going to have to, and so I had the audiobook, and I babied myself. I made sure I had good groceries those days because I was just going to be whiny. And I did get whiny. I got very whiny. I was not pleased with myself. And so I was just like, I'm just going to listen to my audiobook. I just need to tune out on my life right now. So today I'm very thankful that my mother did say, I asked if I could just get a ride. But I was just going to go and figure out the Wi-Fi situation at a restaurant. It was probably going to be close to work. So it was probably going to be the McDonald's versus the coffee shop. But then she said, you can use the car, which is so much nicer because I've been walking. I did start walking. I had a traditional route that I would take like every day, and it was just like away from the main roads, so it was less car traffic, more relaxed pace by the river. But I started taking the faster routes because it was like half hour less walking. Um, so I started taking that this past week just because I wanted to get there. I wanted to use the Wi-Fi before work. I wanted to have time to change because I changed clothes before work. So I started going the faster route, but that took me off the route of like that I would normally take. And so I've just been putting things off because that on the original path, I have a little free pantry that I have been putting my ramen flavorings into because I can't eat the flavorings because of the meat content. So I have been donating them to Little Free Pantry, or Little Free Pantry. So that's been on the list. I've got like a whole bunch of them because I've been eating so much ramen because it's in the budget, and so I've got so many, and I've just been slowly like supplementing this Little Free Pantry because it's free soup. Essentially, you just add water and heat it up. And you don't even have to heat it up. I don't know what ramen soup base tastes like, not warm, but but it's still food. It's still good. And we had way too many at the house, and my parents weren't eating it. The traditionalists, the chicken flavor at the house. So, and I don't even buy the chicken. I get the soy and the chili because, in theory, those could be vegetarian, depending on what brand, I guess, that you have. Um, but um, but anyway, so now I'm going to do a bunch of little tests. I'm going to drive to the bank so I can get the 450 in cash, so that way I have the cash. So I'm still going with the cash initiative. And then I'm going to I'm dropping off the soup base at the pantry, which I've been neglecting. I've been meaning to do it for days, but I've not because the walk has been too much, and I've been trying to baby myself on the walk. And so now I'm going to drop that off. I'm going to go to Wi-Fi. I'm going to try and figure out the paycheck thing. And then I might even actually have time to pick up garbage. I was going to collect garbage on my walk home last night, but that's another one that's like, well, walking, I walked to work. It's another 6 miles back, and then it's cold out, and I actually don't have gloves. I've been using mittens instead of like plastic gloves to protect my hands against the garbage. Um, and so it's not ideal, but it's way easier to talk myself into doing the nice things, the good people things, when something is easier. And in this context, that something is transportation. So I'm hoping to be able to do that today. I don't want to take this opportunity for granted that I've got this car. And so I want to get it all in. And I told my mom the plan. She said, okay, that's fine. She doesn't need it. So so that'll be nice to I've been putting it off. I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna pick up more garbage yesterday and I didn't. So it's all these little things. So here we
Hello.
go. Hi, Dad. Dad just called.
Hello.